Hello guys, my name is Michał Sornat and I would like to introduce to you to this Fractal mesh pack. So there are 19 models here, and basically I would like to just show you how they look like, up close from the angles, so that you have better comprehension, what exactly is here. Yeah. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. This one, it's the spaceship that you saw before in one of those example levels. And they tend to look quite different from, when you change the angle, and maybe your imagination will be stimulated and maybe you'll see some tower instead of the spaceship, or, if you duplicate them, probably you can build some temple or something like alien architecture. Yeah. There's quite a lot of detail here. Here are the cubes that you saw, maybe not those two, but the other ones that you saw in also previous example level, where I built this temple with this fiery, creepy something. I'll just show you up close. The meshes are quite dense actually, so they are maybe more intended towards Unreal Engine 5 with the use of nanite. Because if you open up, the properties here, you'll see LOD 0, it has almost 100,000 triangles. So it's quite a lot. But of course you have also 4 LODs, so LOD 1 has 30,000 and up to LOD 4, which is quite light, just 3,000 triangles. Let's take a look. This one is crazy. Crazy stuff. I like this one. If you wonder how I did create them, I use Fractal software to generate. First of all, I tried to generate the mesh out of the Fractal software, just the mesh itself, because it's really easy thing to do. But of course, if you generate just the mesh, then you don't have any textures. So the only one option is to create just them by yourself. But I really don't think it's possible to recreate this kind of complex forms that you see here. It's almost impossible. So what I did is I rendered 200 frames, about something like that, then stack them together in a photogrammetry application. So in this way I also can keep the texture. And it was really time-consuming process. It took me really hours and hours and days to create them. This one is particularly interesting. Yeah, and as you can see, the detail is quite high. We have 4K maps here with the ambient occlusion, AO, normal map, and obviously the color, base color. This guy, I used this one to create the rocks in the previous level. with this creepy something. I use this with the combination with the RVT to blend with the landscape, and then the look is a bit different then. And I can also imagine you can also, maybe if you like, you can edit the base texture and maybe create something out of that in the Photoshop, I don't know. But it's definitely possible to maybe put some colors, you know. I try to keep them more uniform, not to overwhelm too much the eye. And you know, it's quite, I guess, because they are quite uniform, you can use them for various things, also in combination with each other, because they are not so different in terms of the colors, just the shape. This one is really interesting, this one. If you just, once again, resize them, scale them, rotate them, put them together with each other, you can really create something unique, I guess. Yeah, crazy shit. Those guys here, yeah, I use them to create some mountainscapes, you know. Probably you'll see a mountain here, or a cliff, a rock. This guy is crazy. Some of the meshes are, the inside is also, you know, there's something going on here. So maybe you'll see some, I don't know what you can see here, but maybe a cave or something. Definitely maybe a bones, like a skulls, just really crazy abstract forms. This one looks like maybe building from the other civilization or something. I think it's also interesting to build a emissive texture. I use emissive texture here. I painted emissive light over here. So probably you remember at the opening sequence, there is this thing with this glowing light over here. I didn't, delete all of those noise shapes, because I thought it's quite interesting actually, and it's not that problem to just delete them, but I just prefer to keep them just to put the craziness intact. Yeah, and there's one thing I would like to tell you. When I was creating those example levels, I noticed that obviously there is a lot of information here. Those models are really dense, packed with information. There is a lot of going on here. So it's probably you would like to use them with taste and discernment, not to overwhelm the eye, the watcher, the player, because it tends to be too much information. So you have to be maybe a little bit careful. Although if you are up to just pure craziness, then obviously you can use them. Yeah, I will come back to this shape because it's actually my favorite one, because the shape is just crazy, and if you rotate them, you'll see the shape is quite different. The overall feel and look is quite different. And yeah, I duplicate them many times, and because of the sheer complexity of those shapes, it's really hard to notice that they are, instanced so much. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. All right, I think that's it in terms of just pure presentation. Maybe I'll just show you what's inside the folders here. So there is this showcase level and obviously meshes, materials. So once again, there are 19 models, fractals. Inside material, there is one master material, and each fractal has, the textures and material instance. And if you go to the material instance, you'll see just the basic controls like brightness, color tint, normal intensity, specular value, some dither if you like to combine it with landscape or something. There is also roughness contrast, roughness multiplier. So there are only 3 textures here. There are no roughness and specular information encoded in the textures themselves, but if you open up the master material, you'll see the roughness and specular information is derived from the color texture. And in this way you can save up a lot of memory, and the whole calculation, it's not so expensive. So overall I think it's a better idea to use those models this way instead of just having additional textures. I think it's more efficient. And coming back to efficiency, yeah, as I show you there, the models are quite heavy. Maybe not all of them, but some of them have even 150,000 triangles. In Unreal Engine 5, I didn't encounter any problem with that. It was all smooth and nice and efficient. But if you like to maybe use just Unreal Engine 5, Unreal Engine 4, it's not a problem to just use, well, if you go to LOD1, which has, I clicked re-import, so it's not, we have to wait a bit. Yeah, LOD1, yeah, this one is quite heavy, 150,000 triangles, but LOD, I re-imported, so LOD1 is also that heavy. Maybe I show you the other one. But even, okay, this is LOD2. Even this, it's really light, 30,000 triangles. And the shape is also intact and keeping up. It's not so bad. So you have always this option to not use LOD0 if you like, whatever you need, whatever are your needs. So here we are, and also maybe I'll just show you quickly how to resize the textures if you need so to do this, because they're in 4K. So let's filter up the textures, and you can select all of them, right click and go to asset actions, and you will find bulk edit via property matrix. Open up, go to compression tab, and in maximal texture you can put 2K, let's say, or 1K even. You have to wait just a bit. Alright, we're done. So all of the textures are in 2K, which will be also interesting to see the difference. And as you can see, it's not so bad in 2K instead of 4. Not so bad, even up close. The detail is quite well preserved, I think. Yeah, not so bad. So maybe even 1K would, maybe it would work. Yeah, even those big shapes, not so bad, really. Yeah. All right. I think that's it, guys. If you would like to purchase this pack, then the link to the Unreal Marketplace page will be available in the description of this video. And also, I would like to add that if there would be some interest in those kind of craziness, I think I may resize this pack or, create completely a new one. So it all depends how many people are actually interested in those kind of stuff here. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you may have some fun creating. And yeah, see ya guys. See ya. Thank you for the time. Enjoy your day.